Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toast Does Stuff, Toast Doing What Ifs. Today's What If is a My Little Pony What If, and it's sort of my concept for what if Sombra was able to defeat both Luna and Celestia. Now, I hope you're all ready, I hope you're relaxed, and I hope you're gonna be engaged in the story. Please like and subscribe. And now we get to it. Ahem. Once upon a time, in the shimmering land of the Crystal Empire, King Sombra's iron hoof cast a shadow over the heart of every pony. His rule was harsh, and the light of hope seemed to flicker like a candle in the cold, cold wind. The once proud crystal ponies toiled under his tyranny, waiting for a spark, any spark, to free them. Whispers, though, had reached Sombra's ears that the royal sisters, Celestia and Luna, were coming, aiming to end his dominion once and for all. But Sombra was ready this time. He would not be caught off guard. Instead of preparing a curse to banish the Empire for 1,000 years, Sombra turned his dark magic to a more insidious plan. He would separate the sisters, severing their powerful bond, and weaken them both one by one. Within the dark halls of his castle, he conjured a shadowy illusion that twisted and shifted, splitting the sisters apart and scattering them across the endless maze of shadow and fear. Celestia, alone in the dark, felt the chill of the shadows closing in around her. She saw glimpses of Sombra, echoes, whispers, his mocking laughter echoing through the darkened corridors as she gave chase, her horn blazing with righteous fury. When she finally saw him, she wasted no time and powerfully blasted magic, shooting and shattering what she thought was the Dark King. But the figure she struck was no more than an illusion. The dark crystal shattered from behind the illusion, and the shards swirled around her, clinging to her form, the fragments seeming to melt into her coat, corrupting her magic, twisting it with Sombra's own darkness. Celestia gasped as she felt her strength wavering, her pure magic tainted by the dark corruption of this land. Falling. Not dead, but defeated as the magic drained from her. Meanwhile, Luna wandered in the shadows, her eyes wide as visions flooded her mind. She saw a world where she was forgotten, a future where she had been vanquished, and life in Equestria went on. She saw Celestia taking on a protege, a young purple mare, that she would lead to great things. She saw ponies celebrating some kind of festivity called Nightmare Night, mocking her as a mere myth. And she just watched the world that she was now not a part of, thriving without her existing nothing more than a ghostly memory. The pain was sharp, like a dagger in her heart, until a voice, a cool, sinister voice, pulled her back to reality. Sombra stood before her, his eyes gleaming with dark understanding. He spoke, not with threats, but with a quiet, persuasive tone. He told Luna that he could have defeated her, that it would have been so easy, that he could have ended the struggle for her there and then. But he didn't. He saw in her something kindred, a being cast aside, undervalued, a powerful force overshadowed. He offered her a choice: to join him, to help him rule not just the Crystal Empire, but to shape it into something better, something where her voice would matter. He promised her respect, power, and the chance to live no longer under her sister's shadow. Luna, however, hesitated, torn between the loyalty to her sister and the raw truth in Sombra's words. After negotiations filled with resistance and the anguish of her divided heart, she finally made her choice. Celestia, weakened and corrupted, was imprisoned deep beneath the crystal castle. Her light dimmed and her voice silenced. Luna, however, made sure that Sombra would spare her. And Luna agreed to rule the Empire. Now, how Luna agreed to rule the Empire with Sombra was more nuanced, I would say. Luna emerged as a savior to the Crystal Ponies, tempering Sombra's cruelty with her compassion. She brought hope back to the oppressed, her presence a beacon that softened the tyrant's harshest decrees. The ponies began to see that she was a guardian, someone that maybe could lead to a better future, a future without endless fear and tyranny. In a calculated move, Luna and Sombra announced their political union, a marriage that made Luna queen and Sombra her king. Together they began preparing for a new conquest, to overthrow all of Equestria. With Luna's alicorn power and Sombra, near alicorn strength, combined with the elements of harmony that they took from Celestia, they were unstoppable. The Crystal Empire stood as an indomitable force, ready to bring all of Equestria under their rule. Despite their alliance, Luna could see the darkness still festering within Sombra. She tried to reach him, to show him a different path, one where power did not have to mean cruelty. And in honesty, her influence softened him, if only slightly. Sombra remained a stern ruler, a militant figure, but there were moments in his eyes, moments that held something other than just cold ambition. He began to listen to Luna's ideas, how to inspire loyalty, not through just fear, but through respect. Slowly, a bond grew between them, a bond that neither had truly expected. Their partnership became something more, a connection forged in the dark, but blooming into something resembling a light. In times, their feelings culminated in the birth of a daughter named Eclipse. She was the embodiment of both her parents, a child of darkness and moonlight, of ambition and hope. Her arrival marked a new chapter, not just for Luna and Sombra, but for the entire Crystal Empire. Now, this is where we leave our story. We leave our story on the birth and growth of Eclipse, the daughter that would be now at about the time when Twilight first began her journey in Ponyville. We will maybe focus our story on how Eclipse could grow in the Empire, how maybe she could change it for the better, to get rid of that last remaining darkness and bring light to not only her father, but the kingdom itself. However, that might be a story for another time. I hope you all enjoyed my tale, and please like, comment, and subscribe if you want more. Thank you for listening. Bye.